an old watchtower at the top of that cliff. Looks like the path out broke a long time ago. I'll have to climb. There we go. You look edible. Once you're cooked. Made it. And there's another one of those devices. Lens. Guess I'll figure out what to do with it later. All the snow's dampening sounds. Stash when I need it. green like glaze, but it's hard and shiny. Wonder if merchants would be interested.
机。所以呢，你戴耳机。
对啊。
会不会喉咙痛？
会不会喉咙痛？真的假的？
It's green like glaze, but it's hard and shiny. Wonder if merchants would be interested.
Want to come in, Savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our lad, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, flame hair, good to see you. Gotta move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this old one guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow. Shop looks closed.
Yep,
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Good day for some forged weaponry, eh?
How am I supposed to work with a hammer in this state?
So,
I'd buy you a drink, but I'm not exactly made of shards.
we are on the same side here, Olvund. The bristlebacks threaten us.
What do you want, Olvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Olvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Well, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate.
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
Where's the whistle?
Right. With the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osseram.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Hey, Milda. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept where I'm headed. I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially... But my special groove griddle is no... Without it, I can't cook any of... I hate to think what'll happen when I'm... Even if I already had the right ingredients, unless...
What do you need?
For the ingredients, I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. As for the griddle, until I can have a new one forged, you'd likely find one in the scrounger pile. If you follow the river to the north, don't worry, I'll clean it. You'll have no issue finding boars, assuming you're as much a hunter.
Thanks, Mildiff. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Already got enough meat and bitter leaf.
Hello again.
About that. I should be going.
Right. Savior, over here.
Savior, thank you for taking the time. My condolences that you had to endure. Oh.
I've dealt with worse. That sounds like he's really trying to put...
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
You said the bristlebacks were...
Yes, according to one, said the ground trembled. He took off and ran.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe...
Tanaka game, but any tribe can enjoy. Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set. Sit. I'll give you something special if you win it all my... Let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. Perfect. We're forging on. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try with that machine on your right first? Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. You'll be testing your machine's combat power. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, and your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there you don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine. Go ahead and move downwards towards my... You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes overcharge your machine to attack mine. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same, we both get the victory points our machines. Good news is, you're gonna receive your victory points before, which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points. That's why sometime now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7, but you did. That means that wasn't so hard. Just remember to always check. You'd be surprised. I know it saved my butt. I'll try and... Oh, these are all my spare pieces. It's a small set, but it should. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of... Though they'll need the right materials to craft, or... No, I've lost my fair share of pieces after brew hopping. No need to thank me. Now, if you feel like playing, I could even teach you a few more tricks.
Thanks.
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to... This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between... Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain... Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3... Go ahead and test it. There you go. Now, it can also help defend your... Grab your other piece and place it in... Since it's standing on grassland terrain, this means your machine's combat power adds up to 2. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they're standing on... This means my combat power adds up... Now, this means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be... Whenever you're unable to top you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out. See? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it back. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving, it would have received an extra... And if my machine had been blocked by it, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking to deal damage to several pieces. Useful, right? There's still one more thing. All right, as we've seen, however, there are 2 other terrains that... This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But this is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that... See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely... Well, I promise it'll all... Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose each one is worth it, and you can... Knowing what each machine... Building an army that matches your... is the key. When assembling your army, first and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same... With that in mind, most players would choose how far they can move, but a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type. Let's take a quick look, shall we? All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, if you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee-type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one... We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that... Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner-type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward so we can take a look at the rest... Let's go with this. This is a ram-type machine. Attack an enemy with it, and it'll put like this. See, now my machine has taken over you. This is a great way to take the advantage of your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Oh, now this is a beauty of a piece. A dash-type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your... So make sure you take a good look at the board. You should also make sure... Otherwise, you... Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll... If you look at your... You'll notice this particular... There's quite... But I'm pretty sure it's got... I think that about does it for now. Let's do this. Your turn. That's it for me. Time to make my move. Oh, only one machine left. Knocked right off the board. I'm up. Oh, I won! Probably should have sounded surprised. Let's play. Board's all yours. My turn. You're up, Red.
定要移动。
Time to get serious. Ah, down to one piece. I might win this thing. Oh, we can stop if you want. Here we go. Your move, Red. Okay, let's... Your turn. Single machine left? That ain't good. Time to make my move. Board's all yours. Lucky me, you hit armor. That's the game. You up for a rematch? Good luck. That's it for me. Time to get serious. You're up, Red. I'm up. Time to get serious. Your move, Red. Just one piece left. Ah, not that easy to get through my machine's armor, is it? Well, that's done now. Ah, looks like I lost. This is gonna be fun. Time to make my move. Your move, Red. Board's all yours. You're just hammering down on my pieces now. Off the board it goes. Your turn. That was brutal. Time to get serious. One less piece on the board. That was brutal. I got a tough fight ahead of me. I'm up. That's it for me. Oh, I thought I had that one. Let's play. Your turn. Okay, let's see. Board's all yours. One less piece on the board. Your move, Red. Fearless. Time to get serious. That's it for me. Off the board it goes. Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot. Feeling daring, are we? You're up, Red. Knocked right off the board. Time to make my move. Well, that's done now.
Good. I'm done.
One less piece on the board. Okay, let's see. Knocked right off the board. I'm up. You're up, Red. Guess I shouldn't have left that weak spot open, huh? Off the board it goes. You got me. Fair and square. Go. Move, Red. My turn. That's it for me. That was brutal. Well, that's done now. One less piece on the board.
靠！
Your turn. Okay. Let's see. Board's all yours. Hey, I like that piece where it was. Knocked right off the board. You're just hammering down on my pieces now. Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say. Come back anytime, Red.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Come for that beer after. Get a pint in her. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
Won't fix the forge, but at least I...
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristleback. Olvin grating the gears about... Hey! Weapons off the table! Ah. Don't let that in a cold brew and knocking some heads...
So the bristle... Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying.
Did they come through?
Stop by briefly for supplies. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the
But how could Bristleback...
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the Olvind has taken to blaming the car, he's hoping to dig up enough resentments to get us. This is just his latest. He's been trying to rile up the world.
And people actually believe it.
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raid. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a... Besides, someone's got to...
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need... So he jangled purses all over Maine, getting investors to front claims on... Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is... And the Sun King can revoke those. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree...
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the shards, and expand their business. And since Olvind has a stake in it, would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call... He's a sly old badger. Figures if he keeps up the pressure... Anytime fight.
Shop's closed, Griff. You're welcome to leave the work.
Doesn't mean you're off the hook.
Rigged with tripwires. It's always something.
Hold tight. I'll see what I can do.
stuff for the stash. That's the last one.
Hello, Red. What a day, what a day. Thank the Forge you showed up. Tripwire's handy, but machine hunting's a youngin's game. Come on over. Let me give thanks. I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those...
So the vanguards came to...
Yeah, just a bit ago. Then those scroungers... Then another bristleback ran through.
So the vanguard would...
Probably. The vanguard seemed dead.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the... Not just any tripcast.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the designs. It's more room to tinker out here and less chance of...
Cable car operator, do you know anything about...
How is old Karn? There was this one time that...
Anything about the...
No. Karn said true. Lucky for me, I've got you and the vanguard swooping in time.
Did something happen?
Well,
Let me guess.
back when I had kept pressing for the Ulven discount. I said no, I can't prove it, but that felt it best to put some distance.
I should...
Oh, you're lasting bristlebacks. I think I'll head... Did you know they have a tripcaster trial?
Maybe. So Aaron headed south. I should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus. Tracks. And the Aarons and the vanguards. good. There's something else out. It's a ruin from the old world. I could find something interesting inside. Let's do it.
I can't get this thing off me!
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy. It's fine.
Aaron mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
You're Vanguard.
Well, here to escort Vaudise's delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
Now, if you see any more of these bristlebacks...
I'll make sure to roll out of their way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
Thanks.
Stay safe, Aloy.
Okay, what do we have in here? There's some kind of relic in there. But how to reach it? Looks like this door needs some kind of key module. Maybe there's one in the ruin? Great. This should be useful. Recon something. Some data survived. code for the locked door. Bonus data. But I still need to find a key module. Pack's full, but my stash has room. Okay, gotta find a key for the door. There's more of the ruin down here. Where to now? More light down here. Reach the ledge above now. Guess I'll have to find another way up. lead. A key module. see if this key fits. There. Looks like this needs a code, too. I think some of the data I picked up might help. What is this thing? I'll hold on to it for now. Figure out what to do with it later. Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Another one down!
Now this is what I was forged for. No lectures to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just a hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Errand!
Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest.
Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Turn him to scrap, Aloy.
Spotted.
Like hammer to metal. Smashed him. Oh, that one hurt. Like hammer to metal. Aloy, yeah, you might have to meet me halfway here. Ah! Oh.
I can grab this from my stash later.
Caught me in my bed, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
Who needs ribs? Oh. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire... what we did... it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Erend, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
Alone? Now that figures.
Erend! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming. This just keeps getting better.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming.
Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studius Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. Oh, it's nothing.
It sounds like something.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off. You left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy, and you just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Erend, look. I'm sorry it wasn't easy for you when I left. And I know it's not easy now, but... what I've been doing... life on Earth is in danger. And only I can save it.
Your life on Earth?
Yeah. Everything dies unless I succeed.
Well, then let me help. Oh.
You can't. There's no machine to fight, no bad guy to kill. What I've got to do, I can't even explain it. Not even to people I care about.
Oh, so much for being useful. Okay.
Erend! By the forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed help. I said we're good, Aloy. Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
Go ahead. Have to help. That one on your own. It'll only slow you down.
I'll stash this away for later. There's the quarry Thales mentioned.
Break those ass chuckers! Fucking finally got some help!
One less machine.
Those asses bit us off. Look at that thing drop!
Another one down. Incoming. One less machine. Another one down. There. The quarry's safe.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk. Over here, girl. I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
I need to get going.
Thanks to you, that might...
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Chainscrape can get back to work now. I'll go give Olvent the good news. What he's to. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen. Ulfin to blow the whistle, then Wadis to bear light.
Yeah, you! Look at you!
Still here, I see.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to...
Oh, there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. Shouldn't take more than a day.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osram lives we're talking.
Either you do it now, or I will.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather round. The savior of Meridian has done it again.
What?
The bristlebacks are defeated. You.
What?
Sound the whistle. Chain Scrape is open for business.
Terrific. Yay.
And Ulfin has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
Yeah. Woo.
Ha-ha.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do. Well, the chain scrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade.
You're back?
I have other places to be.
By all means.
Ulfin must have brought out only the good stuff for you, Red. Seeing as you got that whistle blowing.
Hey, I've been waiting to get my lucky hammer fixed for days.
You haven't done anything useful like getting rid of any bristlebacks, though, have you? Take your time. I promise you won't be disappointed. Come back anytime.
Now can I get this fixed? You think you can fix this lucky hammer of mine?
Shop just go.
garment for every purpose.
Can't go to work with a broken hand.
The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Barren Light, buddies. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe even a guy to back up. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first.
Don't you have somewhere better to be? Well, look, Aloy. Back for more. Another round here? Heard you've been busy. As for me...
Is there something on your mind?
Well, things aren't as... But we still got... If you don't put that down, I'll come over anyway. Right to come all this way enduring 4...
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had the refugees have bargained mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual.
Huh.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some... Maybe you could swing by, convince...
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll...
Much appreciated. They have it rough.
Hey,
This
Red.
Talon guy might still be in Chainscape.
Fancy a game of Strike?
I could have a word with him first.
Red, welcome back. You're probably busy. I understand.
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying
It's a weapon! Kill is the point. Not if it blows the user's arm off!
No, just stop talking.
Where were we? So, you...
Actually,
But you're just nuts! I am with
I'm not a customer.
I got it! Triple the powder. It'll blow a strap of boom. One shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red.
How would you like to be the
Explosive, done in one, machine, yet perfectly...
Tell me more about this weapon.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some... had a scary drawing of a Tanakh warrior. Effective, but coming out and I am on the brink of...
Whereas I will...
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw. Well, Boomer here is adamant that it...
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. I need the parts to make the first working model.
Well, for starters, I'll... Charger horns.
Yeah, otherwise they break. But the real innovation, keep it to yourself.
There's a mean one east of here.
Boomer! You get him for me. It's yours.
You have a deal.
Remedies.
All who need them.
Could get around faster before the charger to override. Looks like an answer. Scary rifles. can get it from my stash later. Getting that power cell could help. Scavengers. Native said I could find another panel in one of their scrap piles. Panel. Better check another scrap pile. Can't override that now. Need to get data from the call before through the scrap piles for a metal pen. I'll find this in my stash later. I think I have everything I need for Mildiv. Good thing, too. I could use a decent meal.
What?
实在很难边玩天堂边顾天堂。
你来了，你来这样，好。你现在会不舒服吗？我会痛痛吗？不会。不会哦。那你还想要带我去睡觉吗？还会不会再？心脏好快。穿外套很热呢。妈咪在睡觉吗？是吧？然后妈咪在睡觉。妈妈，刚刚陪我睡觉。必须。等一下，我拿外套给你，你先不要出去。背心没有，有些痛哦。我肚子饿了。你还要再回去睡吗？不要。妈咪。这个也是线。你喉咙会不会痛痛？不会。你说喉咙痛？我不会痛的。会不会冷？要不再穿一件？抱抱你的样子。是抱抱。对啊。哦，看起来有。哦，我的游戏体验结束了。叫啊！我想要吃冻饭。好啊，叫啊！我要吃面。你要吃面？我也要吃饭。我要吃面跟饭饭，这么多。这一爸爸真顺利。也比头塔布大杯。把怎么给糖进去？抗性，它的抗性那么低哦，其实它只有抗强酸比较强而已。
Not like the stuff we used to get.
好，好，谢谢你哦。哎，盖好，盖好，这个盖好，盖好。好，那你看，爸爸表演打猎给你看。我们去找机器的动物打猎，要不要？好，给我拿走嘞。看来是往这里哦。对啊。哦，你看前面那是什么？有没有看到？不要被发现。对，不要被发现。慢一点。嘘，他们看不到我，对不对？我 攻击了。我现在是拿什么武器啊？我确认一下。猎人弓。哦，对。哦，他没发现我。
他被发现了。
剩2只。
爸爸刚被发现了。
对，但是我也把它干掉了。它的弱点是眼睛，所以要朝它眼睛攻击，厉害吧？嗯。那你还记得这个姐姐叫什么名字吗？亚罗伊。
昨天有，
昨天有跟你讲。哎，好像有浣熊哎。
好可爱呀！
我要打猎，这样我才能升级东西。对不起，你会生气吗？哦，好，谢谢。猪猪，
不要被发现。
那我来换神社弓。
那个数字是什么？那个数字是什么？
我的攻击的那个数字。
来一个。
哦，看到了。
看到什么？不要被发现。
这个可以驯服它，我就可以骑它了。
骑马。
对啊，我就可以骑它，但是要慢慢的不要被发现。OK， 完成，这样我就可以骑它了。
小喵。
哦，我它的脚。有了。
烧不掉。还有一只哦。
没有，这只是我驯服的，那是我的那个。它不会攻击我，因为我是它的主人了。要3只脚。
你看有一个人，有2个人。
对啊，他们在路过。牙角兽的肋骨。嗨，你们好。你们好啊！攻击！
你在干什么？骑它，爸爸，你刚要骑它。
对啊，它被我驯服了，我就可以骑它。
那个猪猪。
对，那种猪猪。准吧。
爸爸，你刚好厉害。
谢谢。
这都是什么？
爸爸要一直好厉害，对不对？哇！哇！这边怎么被占据了？牙角兽。
我说动物在那里了。
对啊。
我们慢慢的打。
好。先对旁边的。
不要被发现。
哦，躲起来。来放冰，他怕冰。
这是冰块吗？
冰霜弹啊！哦，被发现了。
他们不要被打。
我这个
攻击他的。
哎呦！好。哇，好多只哦！这谁去啊？
爸爸，为什么你一直动？
嗯，我瞄他眼睛啊。好，等我把这局打完。芭比奥子，好来给你看。
加油！
以后加油哈！啊，我以后会加油的。